welcome to my channel. Now I want to talk about my journey through pregnancy. I just finished my first trimester. I think it will be a great way to kind of summarize everything and give you my best advice. I don't know if I'll be good at giving them, but I do believe that my journey and some other people's journeys, even though we are all different, we could possibly relate on certain things, and I hope you like this video. So let's get started. When I found out I was pregnant, I think I was 4 weeks and a few days into my pregnancy. It was pretty nerve-wracking to find out that I was pregnant. Not nerve-wracking, I shouldn't say that, but it was kind of shocking. Even though we had tried to get pregnant, I wanted to get pregnant at a certain month, and when it happened, I was kind of like, it's not gonna happen. I kind of lost hope, just kind of letting my body reset and thinking, okay, maybe my body needs some more time to adjust and get comfortable before I get pregnant. And then it's like, universe, here you go, I'm pregnant. So, but literally, I decided to be healthy, eat better. I'll read certain books to learn about my body and find out a lot of things that I didn't know about myself. And I just felt like, okay, maybe I'm not ready to be pregnant. Maybe it's not the time. You know, everyone is different. My time is not just yet. Maybe I have a lot of personal journey and mindset and different stuff that I needed to work on. So by that time, I stopped being so controlling about what I was expecting of myself and what I wanted my body to do, that I kind of had let it go. And then it happened. So I think sometimes we want things, and I'm a big planner. I want things to be done at certain times and a certain way, but I know I can't control pregnancy because your body, you might have a plan and your body might be like, no, it's not time yet. But I'm just grateful that somehow it kind of happened when I just let it go. And here I am pregnant. After I found out I was pregnant, the first 2 weeks, so this is in week 6, I was super happy. I had tons of energy. I was working out. I was doing the things I was supposed to. I was eating good, taking my dogs for walks. Hey, excuse me, can I talk? And then week A roll in. Week A, I started feeling nauseous, but it wasn't nothing big. I was just like, oh, I feel nauseous. Is this normal? Okay, this is normal. People talk about morning sickness, you know, so no big deal. End of week A, week 9 started coming around, and I started feeling worse. I was throwing up here and there, not as often, but I started being more sensitive to certain scents, and I could like taste it, and it was just so weird how your body changes. But I started having morning sickness. It wasn't fun, and it turned into just being a couple times a day, into like a whole day type of thing. I just felt super sick. My energy started decreasing. I started feeling more exhausted. I just didn't want to do anything. I wanted to literally lay down. All the good things I had worked on, like exercise, reading, all those things went out the window, and I just didn't want anything to do with like life because it's a big adjustment. You don't think about it, but your body is going through so much hormones, different things, different pains and stuff that you didn't know it was even possible. And at least that's how I felt. I was like, what's going on? The first few weeks, how am I gonna describe this? For me, at least, it felt like cramps. Like I was about to have my period and it just never came. I was super bloated. I didn't know what to expect. I just felt like I was gonna get my period any minute, and by this point I already knew I was pregnant. So anything and everything I did, I honestly felt scared. I felt scared that I was eating the wrong things, I was doing the wrong things, I was either working out too much or not working out enough, I wasn't doing what I'm supposed to. And I just, after a deep self kind of reaffirmation, I started feeling like, no, everything you're doing is right and you need to be confident. And it's just a journey, it's part of the pregnancy. Cramps are gonna happen, so don't feel like it's just your body, like you're creating a little human and your body's trying to make a home for someone in there. So cramps are gonna happen. I know when it happened to me, I was just super scared. There's an app that I really like. I'm gonna put it right here so you can download it. If you're expecting, I think this will be a great opportunity for you to discuss. There's like a little section where you can ask questions, and then people will like do like a poll, and you will be able to answer for some other people, or it will be the opposite. People will answer your questions. Honestly, you go through constipation, bloatiness, all the things that happen when you're about to get your period. Like, that's exactly what it feels like, but without a period. And it's crazy. It's just so amazing how the body works. But yes, try to stay hydrated. That's one of the biggest things I had to work on in the first few weeks. I was trying to stay hydrated, especially if you're creating a human being inside of you. Another thing that started happening to me that I was scared, I was having discharge. I will have discharge prior to being pregnant as time got closer to ovulation day. But once you're pregnant, you think, okay, I'm not gonna get my period. Why am I bloated? Why am I cramping? Why am I still having discharge? Well, that's your body cleansing itself, because now you have a baby in there and your body's changing a lot. Your hormones are changing, your immune system is changing because it has to work double. And not only that, but the vagina is a self-cleansing environment down there. I was kind of like, what is this at first? Because I thought, okay, I'm pregnant now, everything goes away, but it doesn't. You get discharged, and that's because, hey, Scooby, lay down. And that's because your body is just trying to protect your uterus from getting any type of bacteria, germs, or anything else. And don't be scared to have sex. I know, like, some people are afraid because it's gonna hurt the baby. I think the only times you should be worried about is when you're bleeding. So that's like the big concern. But if you're having experiencing cramping and stuff, as long as you're not bleeding, just know that it's your body adjusting. I was having a lot of lower back pain, and for a couple of days I wasn't able to walk as much. But when I went to visit my midwife and I asked why is that happening, she explained to me that it's your pelvic muscles adjusting because your body's changing, and now it's preparing to give birth. From the time you conceive, your body starts to change in order to be able to support a child so you can carry it, and not only that, but to push the baby out. So whatever symptoms I feel, as long as there is no bleeding, I am okay. I am safe, I am happy, and bring those positive thoughts and happy thoughts, because your baby can feel it. It's crazy, but they're in there and they're part of you. So if you're scared, if you're happy, if you're emotional, if you're crying, if you're sad, they will feel all of that. Just something to think about, because I didn't know those things, and every time something will happen, I will be scared, and I will try to go online on Google, which I stopped doing that because Google is not reliable. And I kind of listened to my body, and I was able to relax a little bit more because I wasn't guiding my experience by something else. You're not pregnant, you don't know about these things, you don't know how your body's gonna change. You can prepare yourself so much, but when it actually starts happening to you, it's different. So yeah, just have fun, enjoy your time being pregnant. It goes by super fast. Some people might say it doesn't, but to me it's going by so fast. I am super happy to be pregnant. I want to enjoy every second of it, even when I'm sick and I'm like, oh, I hate being pregnant right now. It's just, because right now I don't feel my best. But even then, I am thankful that my body is creating a little human inside of me, and is doing everything it can in order to adjust to the hormones, to everything. Your breasts will get bigger, they will get swollen, and it will hurt. and you're gonna have to find ways to lay down and feel comfortable, and even taking a shower and taking your bra off. All of those things you're gonna experience. Just know that it's normal. Don't freak out. I know it's easy to say now, don't freak out, but really just take a deep breath, suck it all in, and enjoy your time being pregnant, because you are only gonna be pregnant with this baby one time, and then next pregnancy might be different. So you don't know, your body's so different, your body's gonna change, you're gonna know what to do. So having a first baby, it's a pretty fun experience, and I think once you go through this bump, if you want to get pregnant again, you're gonna feel like a pro, because you're already like, I know what happened this time, I know, and things might not be the same, but at least you're gonna have a better idea on how your body works, and you're gonna be able to feel more calm when some things might feel concerning to you, because you just don't know what your body is going through. Another thing is, try to take different vitamins. If one is not working for you, or you feel super nauseous, I did the thing where I will take vitamins in the morning, and then that didn't work out, because vitamins prenatals are really expensive, and if you're taking them and then throwing up everything, you're like, oh, I'm spending all this money and everything is going down the drain. Well, that's what I was thinking. So just try different things. I ended up getting the gummies from Target. Now eventually I do still have the other brands that I purchased. So as my baby grows and the nausea starts to go away, I'm hoping to be able to try them, and just eat what makes you feel good. I know for myself, I ate, the first, once I started throwing up, nothing in my house tasted the same. Everything in my refrigerator, I couldn't even open my fridge because my scent of smell was just so strong. I couldn't even have my dogs around me because I could smell them, and even though I would give them bath, their smell is just so strong now, that I had to like get them off my bedroom. They were not allowed close to me. I will pet them, and I will feel bad because I know it's not on them. I just will try to be cautious to where if they will put their head, like I will be kind of like petting them from far away, not as close, because even their scent will make me nauseous. And it's part of pregnancy. Now that I'm moving on to the second trimester, I'm already a couple of weeks into my second trimester. I feel a little bit better. I can have them close to me. I can hug them and cuddle them, and I'm starting to feel a little bit happier that I can spend time with them, because I don't want them to feel left out, because that's something I thought about a lot. One of my dogs I've had for 9 years, and the other one for 8, so they were my babies before my baby came around, and I don't want them to be resentful once the baby comes around. I do want them to know that I still love them. It was just that period of time that I just wasn't feeling good, and I feel like they could tell. They know something is up. I know my black doggy, he started laying on my belly. I honestly swear to God, I feel like he feels the baby, or he can hear it, I don't know, but he likes to put his head right there and he'll fall asleep. So it's kind of cute to see those little things. Like I was saying, when you are sick and throwing up and you can open your fridge, I think you need to separate a small budget for purchasing things the first 9 to 11 weeks, 9 to 12 weeks. It sucked that I had to go buy food. I tried to stick to the healthier options, and I used to like going to the sushi place, not so much for the sushi, but the ginger. So I ended up buying myself a little jar of ginger, because I felt like that helped. I tried the ginger pops, peppermint tea, all these other kinds of things that people tell you or make suggestions of for nausea, nothing worked for me, and not everyone is gonna be the same. And my nausea was so bad that when I told my midwife, and that's something else that you're gonna have to consider, whether you want an obstetrician or a midwife, and there's different options, everyone is different. You might decide to go with a OBGYN. I ended up going through a midwife. I did my research, so I'm pretty content. But like I was saying, because my nausea was so bad, she prescribed vitamin B6 plus Unisom, and I decided to only take vitamin B6 and decided to not take Unisom just because I didn't feel comfortable putting that into my body. I already felt like I was making not the healthiest decisions on what to eat, so I didn't want to keep putting more bad stuff into my body. But yeah, I will try to stick to like popcorn. Like I will get like the bags of popcorn, but I honestly didn't eat as much because I think the fact that I will eat so much of the same thing, because I knew that I was able to eat that without feeling so sick, it will have a adverse effect. After eating it so much, my body was like, ugh, I don't want it anymore. Even the smell, I had the first few weeks I was throwing up so much, I just, okay, let's make chicken noodle soup, you know, to stay hydrated, and all of that. But then after a week and a half of having chicken noodle soup, it didn't taste as good, and my body started rejecting it. Just the smell will make me sick. Just looking at the chicken, it wasn't a fun experience. Even apples, I was having apples every morning, and then all of a sudden I couldn't have apples anymore because it made me sick. I went through that with oranges, grapefruits, and pears. I will feel so sick, but that's changing now, thank God. I'm able to eat eggs, and I can have avocados, like smear it on a toast. I can cook now at home here and there. I don't cook a lot, but there are definitely certain foods that trigger my sense of smell, and it's just not fun because that nausea comes back. I have to open my windows, turn my fan on, and it's pretty cold here, so it's literally snowing. So having to do that, it's not fun, but nonetheless I have to do it because I will literally throw up everything I would just eat, and I would rather be cold than having to throw up all the food I just ate, because you spend time cooking and trying to be like, okay, hopefully this will stay inside and nothing will happen, and then out of the sudden you're throwing up and everything comes out, and it's not fun seeing it, it's not fun feeling it come up, it's not fun the aftertaste, or just the like you have like something in your throat, then you start salivating a lot. You know, if you're pregnant and you're watching this video, or if you haven't experienced that, hopefully your nausea experience won't be as bad, or you won't have it at all, who knows. But this was my journey. And one last thing I want to say is, don't let other people's opinions affect how you want to enjoy your pregnancy. At first, we told a small group of people that we were expecting, and it was nice, but some of them will be like, oh, you're telling people too soon. But hey, you don't want to think the worst. Even if something happens, you want to enjoy being pregnant. You want to at least experience that moment of happiness, of sharing your happiness with someone else. We're human, that's what we do. And if they are happy for you, but they are concerned because you're telling too soon, who cares? Anything can happen at any time of your pregnancy. I'm not saying something negative is gonna happen. I pray to God, the universe, I pray to everything, and I hope and wish that everything will be fine, and that my baby's healthy, and that I am healthy throughout this journey. But you can't control everything. If something is gonna happen, no matter what you're doing, it's gonna happen. Some people will tell you, don't work out, don't lift heavy, don't do this, don't do that, don't buy things for the baby just yet, wait until you are 12 weeks, or to tell people that's a little bit safer, wait until 20 weeks because it's safer. Oh, I would just wait longer. Everyone's experience is different, but if you want to share it, that's up to you. If you want to buy something for your baby, even though you don't know the gender, you can get gender neutral stuff, and that is up to you and your spouse. Nobody else, they don't live with you. So yes, be respectful to their opinions, but do what makes you happy. And you are not going to stop enjoying life and do the things that make you happy just because somebody else's opinions. If you want to share the joy of bringing a baby to the world, and that's what makes you smile, and that's something you want to do, go for it. At first, my husband, like, I couldn't go grocery shopping because everything at the grocery store will smell funny. So I started sending my husband on his own, but every time I will send him, he will come up with something, and for the baby, obviously. And at first I was like, oh, don't buy anything yet, it's too soon. But that was me, and my husband's like, okay. But like, I could tell that even if it was something small, that's something that was making him happy. And I didn't want to take that away from him, that we're having a baby, that's the way he's expressing his happiness. If you read the 5 love languages, maybe that was his way of showing he's excited for us. So let your spouse enjoy his time, because as time goes on, they might think you're annoying, especially if you're nauseous and you can't sleep and you're bothering them because you're craving something, or you can't even cook because or he can't even cook because everything that you smell makes you sick. But hey, it's part of the journey, and just do what makes you happy. Don't let other people get to you. I know at first I did. I was super scared. I was super worried. But then it kind of made me not enjoy being pregnant at first, because I was always scared, until I decided to be like, you know what? Stop. This is how I process my thoughts. If something is gonna happen, no matter what you're doing, you can be sleeping, you can be awake, you can be walking down the street, you can do all the things that are safe. But at any moment, you can be 4 weeks pregnant, you can be 18 weeks pregnant, you can be giving birth, and something goes wrong. You can't stop you can't just be thinking, oh, this is gonna happen, or oh, this might happen, because you don't know. You're not, we're here just being us, and we don't know. I could take all the precautions possible, but I can't be overthinking stuff like that, because you are putting all those thoughts into the baby. That's something, like, at first I was scared. I was like, am I supposed to be pregnant? Is this right? You have to remember that every feeling, every thought, everything you're feeling, even if it's anxiety, your baby is building genetically and turn into a human being. And if you're thinking this way, it's just gonna be so overwhelming. But you want to make sure you're in the right mindset. And if you feel like certain people are not with you on this journey, you don't have to invite them to be part of it. You do what's best for you and your baby and your spouse and your dogs or cats, if you have any, or any animal that you have at home. This is your little home. This is your little family. I already set my rules. You come first, because it's best for you and the baby. And don't let other people's opinions get on the way. And get a body pillow. I got a body pillow, and it's the best decision I made. My husband sleeps better, and I was actually able to fall asleep, because any position I will lay, I wasn't able to. Even though I don't have a big belly just yet, it's still uncomfortable to lay. So get a body pillow. I hope that my journey will help inspire you if you're going through rough times. And be happy. Enjoy your day. Bye.